Hi, today I am recording the podcast a little bit earlier because, tomorrow, I need to bring my mother to do I think, endoscopy. She didn't really tell me specifically what scopy, so I assume it was colonoscopy, but it's endoscopy instead because I saw the letter and it says endoscopy. So it's just up different holes to do the scopy. Just different holes. Yeah, but same concept, similar concept, I guess. Not really the same. um yeah, so on, I think, Thursday I went for another interview. It's a compliance associate. Honestly, I tried Googling what compliance associate or executive or officer does, and then I really got nothing from the Google results until I go to the interview, and then I was like, I still don't get it. What do you do? And then the manager was like, so basically, you have to be very familiar with the financial laws and statutes of Singapore, and then it may and then things you must read around 90 plus pages every day, and then you must be meticulous, careful, and then overtime is a regular thing to have to do overtime work. So, because she said that if you're not careful, you're not gonna move on after the probation, because she really wants people to be careful with the reading the words and whatever. And you know what, guess what, I'm not careful. I was like, during the interview, I'm like, shit, bruh. I mean, also, I don't really want to read 90 plus pages every single day. I can't even read that for my university. 90 plus pages, bitch. I read so fucking slow. I sometimes think I have dyslexia or ADHD or something. But you know what? I'm not tested. Who cares? I just have problems reading words. I know that it probably isn't dyslexia, because I still can sound out words. So I don't know, took a module on that, but it doesn't, I don't know what dyslexia actually entails. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go through the second round of interview because it's really not suitable for what I want in my life. Obviously there's no work life balance if you're gonna OT is a regular thing, and to read 90 plus pages and to meet with clients online and offline is just a lot of work. Not for me. It's really not for me. I just want my brain, I still want to stimulate my brain some way, but not 90 pages of the same thing, similar things all over again. And then I have to be super careful because it's the law and stuff. You need to be compliant with the law, finance law, whatever, doesn't matter. I just it's just not for me. Told my mom that 90 pages, bitch. You don't even read a book. You say my mom wants me to just try. I was like, 90 pages a day. You read 90 pages a day for me. Have you even seen me read 90 pages for a book, from a book or something? No, a day 90 pages? No, hell no. And then for during university, I don't even read 90 pages per day. That's crazy. Also, speaking of reading and university, what is up with people talking about on TikTok, talking about Emma Chamberlain's podcast on Anything Goes? Yeah, I listen to her podcast. Sometimes it doesn't apply to me, but it's interesting to listen to what she's been doing. That's my main goal for listening to the podcast, because she's not uploading vlogs. So the only thing I have was to follow her on her podcast. And then people who, because like people grew up with her, right, watching her vlogs during like their middle school or high school years. Not for me, I was in university or something when I was watching her vlogs. No, polytechnic, yeah, I was watching her since my poly days, and then through university. And then like people now, those people that grew up with her are now in university. And then to say that university is the end all be all of things for Emma Chamberlain, because like she's so successful, she don't really need to go to university to study at all. She already be making money. Like, she don't need that. And then to say that, oh, she need like to go to university because her opinions are so like, me as an 8-year old already thought of those things. Like, bitch, obviously everybody thought of different stuff. Like, depends on how your childhood goes. And yeah, I did think about a lot of things during my childhood years, and then I don't tell any, like, the way people say this, like, oh, I already thought of this when I was a kid, like since like blah 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 years old. It's kind of like looking down and trying to make yourself like superior. There's just a superiority complex, I think, in my opinion, to say things like that. Because like academically, if you're doing well, doesn't mean you're gonna do well in life, or doesn't mean you're smarter. It just means that you're able to work harder than people. Because university is just it's basically just a factory, but a better factory worker type of vibes, you know. It's just like you're just better at applying things, or putting out putting out the input, just better output from absorbing whatever you've learned, right? And memorizing stuff. So to say that she needs to go to university to riff off ideas, and she's in an echo chamber and stuff, I think it's just like wrong opinion. Facts, maybe not wrong opinion, but opinions cannot be wrong. But I think it's just like not factual. Like, objectively it's wrong. So yeah, because like if you think about it, her podcast does revolves around her life. It includes spirituality and stuff. So what is she gonna study in university? Philosophy? Just philosophy? Sometimes she talk about like vaping, like maybe, and like spirituality stuff, blah 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 stuff. I don't think philosophy is like sufficient for her to riff off ideas. Sometimes in university, depends on what module you take. In, for example, let's say if she studies philosophy, right, and then she's trying to riff off ideas, but you're constrained. Like, there is a certain limit, right? Because like it depends on the class, depends on the professor, what they want to talk about, depends on how the module is like tested and stuff, right? So I think saying that she needs to go to university is just like, you're just like, ugh, it's just annoying. Like, academic, like, ugh, doesn't mean you're smart, doesn't mean you will be smarter. I mean, like, IQ, it's already predetermined, but then again, IQ is also a made up thing, a made up intelligence thing. So I don't know, you can't further your IQ no matter how hard you try learning stuff. You can't. Yeah, there, it's already predetermined. So I don't know what you're trying to say to make like Emma Chamberlain like, oh, blah blah blah. Like, if you don't like her podcast, don't listen to it. Is that easy? Like, if you don't like gay marriage, don't fucking get gay married. Like, I don't know why people are so hung up on this. Like, just leave the girl alone. She's been through a lot, and I don't think anybody could understand what she's been through. Like, yeah, you can understand divorce. like her a child of divorce, right? You can understand her like being a only child, an only child. You can understand blah blah blah, but you can never understand how fast, how like depressed, how much she's been through, like through vlogging, through her YouTube years, how she attended the Met Gala, how she and uh how she what something about cyberbullying. Like imagine that, like negative comments, reading negative comments all the fucking time, and then on and then you she still have to be like politically correct, because like if you're not, you're gonna get like called out, get so-called canceled, but cancel is already a shit word to use, shit term. Nobody cancels people anymore, because like if we do, we're just like not consuming their content, but we're still consuming their content if they're canceled per se. So like just don't listen to it. I mean, you can have constructive criticism, but I think that those criticisms of like she needs to go to college, she needs to go to university, are not constructive. Like she can go, she can do whatever she wants. She's a fucking rich kid now. Like, and then like to say that going to university helps, but then you're not actually, university in America, especially prestigious ones, are not that diverse unless you go to community college. But that, again, I don't know, something about community college, I know that like community college is good enough, but I think with her fame and stuff, going to community college, I don't think it's good for her. But let's say if she go to those like prestigious one, right? Like, I don't fucking know, Harvard or whatever the fuck, because she can afford it. It's like it's private. Those are private universities. Good, uh, good schools. I don't know. Maybe good on paper, yeah, because of the name sake, because of its history. But then again, like, oh, I don't know. It's just, it's not serving her at all, I think. And then like it's just all like it's not as diverse as you think. Then sometimes community college, you have to think like it's also may not be as diverse too, because like a lot of it's pretty segregated in that sense. I mean, like there are black colleges, I think that helps like form certain unity between the minority group, but then other than that, it does it promote diversity? No. You look at like the laws and like in place, like trying to get like, and then the scholarships, they're not giving enough scholarships to low income people. And then that you have to think like, is it truly beneficial for anyone to go to college, to go to university? I've been through university. I don't think that it's good. I just think that, oh, I'm gonna have a paper, a certificate that says, oh, I went to college, I did good, have good grades, I can work in your company easily. It's more like, I guess, getting into interviews and stuff. Like people will have like this preconceived notion that I can do well in their company, so on and so forth. And that is definitely a helping hand, but other than that, it doesn't serve you anything. Yeah, imagine getting like a history degree, English literature degree. Like people also, other than the namesake of the university or the college, right, there's also the degree that you get, the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, really depends. And then if let's say people do give more weight to people who take business, because capitalism, we're really just run by business. Engineering degrees are pretty well sought out. Most people want people who have engineering degrees, and now computer science is really coming up, and business degrees, accounting degrees. Yeah, they're more focused on that. But if like me, you got linguistics degree, people will like, oh, people will be like, oh, you're good at people don't even know what we do. To be honest, people don't know what we do in linguistics. They don't know. But like for me, I can see the benefits of being in a humanities degree, because like I don't know, if you watch Shakespeare content on what something to do with, let me check it out. Shakespeare. She talked about uh English degree, having an English degree, and how the humanities are not really that people don't give importance. I don't know how to say that. Like people don't care about people who take humanities. I think the video is called "Why the Curtains Are Blue" by Shakespeare. I think I will link it later. Yeah. So I think because it's not that obvious what we do research, we do critical thinking and stuff. It's pretty transferable, more soft skills. We do field work as well. We talk to people, blah blah blah, and then we sometimes have interdisciplinary kind of like stuff like psycholinguistics. So we do tap on psychology. We do tap on sociology sometimes. We do tap into many other things in linguistics. So I would assume that other humanities does the same thing. Do the same thing? Yeah, do the same thing. So I really highly recommend you to watch that. And yeah, but people on first glance won't look at humanities as a like an important thing, because we're run by capitalism. We're in the fucking rat race, in this hamster wheel forever and ever until something happens. Capitalism will still give more importance to engineering degrees, business degrees, so on and so forth. Unless you really try to be an entrepreneur or whatever and get out of this rat race. But you know what? I think it's just difficult. Society. I don't know who's gonna save this kind of like societal rules, hierarchical rules, whatever the fuck. Please save us, someone. But yeah, so I'm really left with not much. But because I have like a diploma in business, it does give me an upper hand in a way, because I did and my part-time jobs I did like F&B, so it's basically customer service. um and I did what business his marketing, because like hospitality and tourism management is basically a business degree and a human kind of like degree. So definitely touch on that, but it's just that people want more specialized degrees like HR and marketing degrees. So fuck. So I've been through both sides, and I can see that how business business degrees works and how like humans degree work, in that sense, like do in when they're studying, how they research papers, how they explain their positions in their papers. It's really easy, to be honest. Writing business reports is way easier than writing a linguistic paper, journal article. With all the journal articles, business don't really have much citations to journal articles. Let's be honest here. Marketing as well, like they're so, and what hierarchy, the what needs hierarchy, what's it called, about like Maslow's hierarchy. Apparently, people got shit wrong, and then were taught Maslow's hierarchy of needs wrong. Because, like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs doesn't really mean that, oh, you need to start with the physiological needs. Sometimes people just want to serve different needs. That's all. You can pick and choose what needs to fulfill. But, because, I don't know, people just say that, oh, you need to start with the physiological first, then the blah blah blah, to help your employees or whatever the fuck. But in actual fact, I think a lot of other people say that it's interpreted wrongly. So I don't know who's correct. So y'all go fight, bitch, fight it off, and tell me what's the actual theory of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's very constrained, and then like the strengths and whatever weaknesses, was it called, something, the the SWOT analysis. Yeah, it's just really confined, really structured kind of like thinking already. So it's kind of like a shit. I think like analysis, we have to go outside the box of just strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Like, I mean, like, it does serve the purpose, but it's just super basic. And then I think that we're not gonna go anywhere with those like structured analysis type of thinking. You get what I mean? Like, I feel like people only think a certain way. Like, you won't think out of box. So I guess like that's all you really learn, to be honest, in university. And then you learn about stupid like personality types as well. That's why people in workplaces would test your personality types and whatever the fuck. And then they will prepare you with like, oh, you have to try to find out what's your personality type, your big five, and so on and so forth. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's all. Like, I don't get it. So, is university truly useful for Emma Chamberlain? Maybe, maybe not. Really depends on her. Not for you to dictate whether she must go or she needs to go, because like that, like, if she goes, she will have like, better, she'll be smarter, she will say smarter opinions or whatever the fuck. If it doesn't serve you, if the podcast don't serve you, don't listen to the podcast anymore. Like a lot of podcasts, I just like stop listening because it doesn't serve me anymore. So just stop. Is it that hard? And then, because you're in a academic so-called university right now, that doesn't mean that she has to go to university as well. She just has a different experience, and she might just have, and her life experience is definitely different from yours. So I don't think that necessarily means that she can't give good advice anymore. She's just like different class. And then speaking of echo chambers, aren't you in an echo chamber? Bitch, we're all in echo chambers right now. Because we just want to watch something that we like. And then the algorithm just keeps serving you the same type of content, something that you already made your mind up on. Hence the divide, the very, very extreme divides between political parties, political stands, anti-trans movements, homophobia, transphobia. If you're in the transphobia space, you're gonna keep watching transphobic things. If you're in the turf, like, if you keep consuming turf content, you'll be a turf. Keep consuming like white supremacy content, you obviously prefer those. And it's gonna be like that forever. We're all in echo chambers. That's all. So you can't say that she is just in echo chambers, hence she's blah blah blah. She needs someone to check her opinions. Like, you're assuming a lot. You don't know her, you don't know her friends, you don't know her family that keep her in check. Then who's keeping you in check? Going to university doesn't mean they're keeping you in check. Like, hello? Have you seen other university, those religious ones, like in America? That don't know, like, people don't know Beyonce is who's Beyonce, and like what get their, and if you're gay you're gonna get kicked out of university, so on and so forth. Like, that is also an echo chamber in itself. So I don't know, bitch. Stop piling on, dog piling on Emma Chamberlain. Leave the girl alone. Also, recently, because my Netflix, right? I'm moving on, by the way. Oh, I need to tell people that I'm changing topic because, like, it's gonna be, like, weird. Anyways, I was watching Boruto, right? So, Netflix, they only gave me content on Boruto until the end of list 3. I thought it was the end of list 4 because they put 4 seasons, but in actual fact, when I Wikipedia this shit, it's only the end of list 3. So I was like, what? Where am I supposed to continue the content? It's not like Naruto, the Boruto content is like the whole Boruto part 1 content, by the way, is not out. It's fully out. Like, people be watching it on Crunchyroll and shit. I was like, where do I get my other content? So I was watching Boruto and Naruto Shippuden in Mandarin dubs, right? And then, so I have to go online to search for Boruto dubs because I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to read when I'm watching anime. It's just tiring. It's actually more enjoyable for me to watch dubs. So it's, I don't care what people think about. Oh, you must watch the original one. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Anime. It's okay for anime to watch, like, to be watched in dubs, cause like the voice actors they find are pretty good, pretty solid, as compared to like more like uh real life actor that's a bit weird, you know, when you watch like Money Heist in English or like Squid Games in English. That's a bit jarring. The voice actors a bit jarring as compared to anime. So somebody can do a fucking paper on that, like voice, like maybe something to do with phonetics and phonology and opinions and whatever, survey that shit and then put it into a statistic, blah blah blah. Why is it more enjoyable? Blah blah blah. Find it out. Anyways, so I have to change it back to English because all websites, including the illegal ones, you know, um, they only serve English. I couldn't find the Mandarin one. The Mandarin one, I have to find the Taiwanese version because that's what Netflix put, right? The Taiwanese Mandarin dubs. So the Taiwanese Boruto name is so different from the mainland China one. So, but mostly Google put the mainland China name for the Boruto one. So I also can't find like websites that put dub, like Mandarin dubs at all. All of them are like Chinese subs. So I have to really just, I'm just really left with English dubs for Boruto, and it's kind of weird, but I think that Sharda and Bordeaux's like voice actors for the English one is the most like, is one of the more compatible one. I would say that the Mandarin dubs, those voice actors, every like the selection of voices like really is really compatible with the personality. So like the Naruto one is kind of weird. The English one, the Mandarin one is good for like personality wise, like it matches up. And then the Sasuke one is kind of weird. And then the Mitsuki one is kind of weird in the English one as well. And then the Inochi, I don't know. The Ino's and Sai's son is weird too. The Mandarin one is way better. Like it suits his personality. Like the Mitsuki one in English, it doesn't suit him at all. And then in the Mandarin one, it's actually like Mitsuki is much gentler. Like it really suits his personality. I don't know how to say it, but you just know. Just try it. It's good. And then so far the the Sakura's voices are pretty good for both English and Mandarin. Then the Psy one's kind of like weird as well. A lot of people are kind of weird for the English dubs. So Mandarin dubs all the way. Our Cantonese one. Cantonese dubs in Detective Conan is the best dub ever. I tried the Mandarin one, I tried the English one, I tried watching the Japanese one, the OG dubs. The Japanese one for Detective Conan sucks. It doesn't fit their personality at all. Or maybe I'm just not into Japanese culture, that's why I just feel like it's not compatible. But like the Cantonese one, oh my god, they hit the nail on the head for the it's like the personality and the voice really do match up. And then the Mandarin one is like second for me. And then followed by the English one, then the Japanese one. So highly recommend like Mandarin Taiwanese Mandarin dubs. I don't know about mainland China. I don't know what dubs they do. I don't think they put dubs anymore. Because all the websites that I find was like the mainland China ones. The illegal sites, I mean. And then they only have subs. They don't have dubs at all. And then for the Sailor Moon one, the English one is way better than the Mandarin. No, they don't really have Mandarin for Sailor Moon Crystal. Yeah. Sailor Moon one, English one's pretty good too. Yeah, it fits perfectly. And then for like maybe like sometimes I watch other cartoons in other languages. The She-Ra on Netflix, I watched the Thai version. It was really weird. It was really weird. Do not recommend. And then sometimes I watch the Spanish one. Spanish one for what? I think it's for Sailor Moon or something. It was weird. Do not recommend. I think that's all for today. I do not know what songs I have in mind. I really do be listening to the few songs that I recommend. I don't really have new songs that I'm listening to. I'm really mainly focused on podcasts right now. Because like there's recently. Okay, I remember one. BB and Becky G collab. The two girls, the two women, the two queens collabed Korean and Spanish. So they sang in both Korean. No. Becky G sang in Spanish and then BB sang in Korean. That's all. But it's a great song though. Vibes. Great vibes. That's all. Bye.